First, though, the time is 6:39, and before we can get to all the fun stuff this weekend, we got to talk about the storm chances for tomorrow.
That's right, a level 3 in place for tomorrow afternoon, and this is a high-end level 3. So if our threat raises even just the slightest bit, that's going to prompt a level 4 to come out for parts of central Georgia, and I think that's going to be a possibility through the day today. We'll get another update of this outlook right around 1 p.m., but as things stand now, this level 3 from the Carolinas, the Charlotte area through Columbia, right through central Georgia and on into central Alabama for the threat of tornadoes, damaging winds, and frequent lightning. The timing on this from about noon tomorrow until about 8 p.m. Let's get through the different layers here and talk about why this level 3 is in place. First, the tornado outlook for tomorrow. Your run-of-the-mill tornado day is going to feature this brown color here. The Storm Prediction Center now has bumped this up to the yellow, and not only that, they've gone back around and circled central Georgia here with this dashed area to say within those bounds you have the possibility of seeing tornadoes EF2 plus across central Georgia. I'll show you when that threat's at its maximum with Future View in just a moment. So that's where the tornado threat stands. For damaging winds, we're looking at something similar in the fact that we are a little higher on the scale here in the red, but the Storm Prediction Center has gone back around and circled areas north of the Fall Line Freeway, so from Taylor County through Peach, northern Houston, over towards Washington and points northward for the threat of 75-plus-mile-an-hour winds. Now, if the tornado risk or the damaging wind risk raises, again, just ever so slightly, one more notch up on either one of their respective scales, that would prompt that level 4 to be in place across central Georgia. So let's time it out on Future View as we work our way into tomorrow morning. A couple of scattered showers by about 10 a.m. and then through the early afternoon hours from about noon to 3 p.m., I'm going to be watching for cells out ahead of the main line. So that's what I've circled here in white. This main line would be back into Alabama at this time. So if this is able to happen, if we are able to see these cells develop out ahead of that main line, they will have the possibility to be supercells, which means the whole storm is rotating, and that is when the tornado threat for central Georgia would be at its maximum here at 1 p.m. These storms are going to be quick movers out of here by 3 o'clock. Then we begin to watch this main line come into central Georgia. Here we are at 3 p.m. I would play this forward here. You see this moving into central Georgia, and I know you don't see the oranges and reds in there. And the Future View, quite honestly, is not picking up on them. But tomorrow is going to be a day where we need very little energy because we have enough wind shear in order to get these severe storms to develop. So as we work our way through the afternoon, I'm going to be watching, obviously, the storms out ahead of this main line, but then also what these storms are doing over in Alabama. That will give us a good idea of what's going to happen here in central Georgia. By 6 p.m., the main line coming through central Georgia, and then out of here by about 11 o'clock tomorrow. Played this Future View model through, you did notice that some spots in central Georgia tomorrow might not even see any rain at all. So that's kind of the difference from Tuesday to tomorrow, is that it's going to be a broken line coming through rather than one solid squall line. So again, the tornado threat at its maximum from about 1 to 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. A hail threat, although low hail threat, going to come right along with it. And then the damaging wind threat picking up around the noon hour and continuing on into the evening tomorrow. Oh, by the way, river flooding still an issue. River here in Macon, Okmulgee, up to 23.9 feet. It's going to crest later on today at 24.6 feet. That's going to be in minor flood stage right around 1 p.m. A live look over downtown. Temperatures on the cooler side this morning, 33 here in Macon through the day today. We're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-50s by the noon hour and then low 60s later on today as we're on our way to a high temperature right around 63. So warmer than yesterday with partly cloudy skies. The wind also continues to be lighter out of the west-southwest at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Here's your 7-day forecast. Another issue with tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be warm. That's going to be another driver of this severe weather threat, up to 70 degrees, and that's going to come likely right ahead of that main line. So after sunset, cooler for the weekend and then even colder next week. Highs in the 40s and then lows in the teens for Wednesday morning.
Well, with that said, here is your friendly reminder. If you don't already have it, download the 13 WMAZ mobile app. You can get it in the Google Play or Apple Store, or just scan the QR code that is on your screen right now. Once you get the app, be sure to sign up for notifications, and you'll get the latest weather and news alerts sent right to your phone. We're back after this.